I know I said I didn't really like the Doc Robot stages, but on the bright side, we are halfway through them. Next off, we have Doc Needleman, which is my least favorite of the Doc Robot stages. You'll see why later. Of course, if you've already played the game, you probably already know why. Not these hedgehogs, though I'm still not fond of them. I don't think there are any that are that bad, and in fact, a lot of them are kind of just in front of us and easy to kill, so I'm not going to complain about that. Now let's see, I'm actually struggling to remember the first half of this stage because I know what the second half is, obviously, but this one, yeah, not so much, just some easy spike traps. You can keep yourself on your toes, literally on the ledge in order to avoid those spikes. It's fine. Mega Man's got very good foot grip, you see. It's no problem for him. More of these weird missile guys. I actually do have a bit of trouble with those guys, especially pre-Shadow Blade. If I don't have Shadow Blade for them, for some reason I just have the worst time actually hitting those missiles. You could get that E-Tank with Rush Jet, but I wouldn't suggest doing that myself, personally. Hint, hints. Kinda tricky to kill that hedgehog in time, but if you don't kill him, he's gonna be a nuisance, because there's really no way to dodge him, even after he rolls out of the way. Alright, so Airman, actually a boss that I think is improved over his addition in Mega Man 2. Weakness, right. The addition of sliding actually really helps you dodge his tornadoes, which, without sliding, some of them in Mega Man 2 just seemed really fucking difficult to actually dodge. Anyway, though, Airman is weak to Magnet Missile and Spark Shot. Personally, I'd recommend Spark Shot because, of course, Magnet Missile doesn't have many uses. Alright, so, this is the section I hate because it's bad. You are required to use Rush Jet here, and if you die at any points, then you have to reset this section, only, I believe, without that energy. Or at the very least, you're going to have to refill Rush's energy yourself, because it doesn't refresh between deaths, only game overs. Now, a quick tip, if you want to make this section at least a little bit easier, you can actually just keep hopping up and down, because the thing is, Rush Jet only drains energy when your feet make contact with Rush, so if you're jumping up and down, it drains a lot slower. That helps a whole lot. But anyway, yeah, I really don't like this section. A, because if you fuck up, you're kinda just screwed, and you either have to grind off those first few enemies in the area, which, grinding in a Mega Man game, what the fuck, or you have to die until you get a game over on purpose, and that's just the worst. But, like, the section itself just feels so poorly designed. It's just a whole lot of enemies. They throw a ton of enemies at you haphazardly. It honestly feels like a ROM hack, it's that bad. Well, a bad ROM hack. You can have ROM hacks made by people who actually know how to do level design. Other times, though, yeah, you just get that one section where the designers were like, I don't really care that much. So, yeah, we have this Mewtwo mini-boss. Oftentimes he flies out of your range, so honestly, I really shouldn't have, unequipped Shadow Blade, because I can't hit him with a Mega Buster right there, which is why I switched back to Shadow Blade, and oh my god, that Mewtwo looks freaky without any pupils, who would have guessed? Anyway, though, yeah, other than the, lag going off and on, which is never a good thing, that mini-boss isn't so bad, I'd suggest using Shadow Blade. Also, yeah, a whole lot of Mewtwo's that are just helicopters now. They kind of work like the original, Mewtwo's in this stage, in that they attack you and then they rush at you, but honestly, like, the way they're set up and the fact that they fly instead, I feel actually makes them easier than the ones that were on the ground earlier, because those guys really interfered with your platforming section, and dang, nice dodge there. Anyway, though, we're past the worst part. The rest isn't that interesting, it's just a... Actually, to be fair, it has a new mini-boss. And yet I forget about that because the rest is just so bad. Alright, so, the next boss is Crashman. So, Crashman is weak to Top Spin, though that only does 4 damage to him, and Hard Knuckle, which does 7 damage. So, Crashman works just like he did in the original. He reacts to your shots, though sometimes he fires off himself, just from time to time, and honestly, The fact that he can switch between, well, he doesn't really switch so much as he just chooses when to jump, and that feels a lot more random, that really fucked with me and made this battle a lot harder than it should be, but in the end I was able to take him. So yeah, with that done, we only have one more Duck Robot stage to go, and then maybe we'll figure out who's behind all this. I bet it was the butler.